Hey, Bill McRae here. Another question I get a lot of is which day of the week is the best days to do solo ads? And this is based on quite a bit of experience. Back when I was doing big product launches, we always launched our products on Tuesdays, which is weird, but in terms of conversions and the best traffic, Tuesdays were the best day to actually launch the product in terms of getting that kick for the week. And typically, what we're trying to do is get our products into the top 10 at ClickBank because once you break that top 10, you start getting other affiliates promoting that you don't have to go out and dun or beg for them to promote your product. So we would always try to get all of our affiliates to launch their email campaigns on a Tuesday. Here's the thought behind this, and then we're going to go over what really works. Mondays, people get to work, they're too busy. By Tuesday, they show up and they can sneak over to their computer and send an email out, read their emails and stuff like that. Typically, for solo ads, 7 days a week, it's usually fine. There's better conversions in the morning hours, Eastern Standard Time, during the weekdays and on the weekends. Now, one would think that's a little counterintuitive because on the weekends, I would think that that would be more likely to have better results because people have time to actually read the emails and respond to them and deal with them. Fact is, on the weekends, people are tired and they're worn out from the week and they're off playing golf and going fishing, and it's all about them and their family then. Typically, it's not as good a traffic, but you can still get good quality traffic on Saturday and Sundays. Sundays during football season is definitely lower response rates, at least among the men and some women because of the football season, right? Or let's say during the playoffs or during like the baseball playoffs or the NBA playoffs, stuff like that kind of suppress people's interest in doing things. But on the weekends, they're out having fun with their family, spending money, working in the yard, stuff like that. Don't get as good a response. You can still do fine. And some people swear by Sundays. I do not. Typically, the best day for me has still been any day of the week. Usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the best. Now, Monday, I think, is not as good because people are going to work and they got to get their week organized, they got to get scheduled. They might come in the evening and read the emails and respond to them and, click on things. But usually Tuesday morning and early, like earlier the better. If it goes out at 6 a.m., that's fine. So when we send our emails, it's really got nothing to do with when people click on it, but you'll notice that your traffic will be high during the early hours and just tail off and drop in the evenings. Matter of fact, evenings can be very, very poor. But surprisingly enough, what our system does is we track when people open and click. So we like to deliver our emails to them based upon their past experiences. So if they're typically opening their emails at 4 a.m. on the East Coast because they get up earlier, they're insomniacs or whatever, that's when we deliver emails. So we start delivering email usually as early as 4 a.m. we'll start seeing clicks. And it will run until probably 3:30, 4 o'clock at night. So you'll get some evening traffic, not as much. Usually people are, they may be home, but when they think about stuff is when they first wake up in the morning. And a lot of people log into their computers and they check their email before going off to work, assuming they have a real job. Now you got to assume that 99% of your respondents are going to be going to a regular job. Even I do. It's a consulting job, and I work when I want to work. But it's exciting and exhilarating to work with businesses to help them with their growth strategies and stuff. So even consultants who have a lot of flexibility and lack of flexibility in their time schedule will tend to respond and open their emails before heading off to do whatever they got to do for the day. So I'd say early in the morning, Monday through Friday are the best times. Tuesday supposedly is the best time. It always has been for product launches. There's always a launch schedule out there that's floating around. Various different programs have launch schedules. And if you get your product in there for Tuesday early with the link off to your affiliate site, and you can get lots of traffic on a Tuesday. And it was always the best thing to do for a product launch, to get that big Tuesday bump, and then it would bring out all these other affiliates that they know you are who you are. If you're using a service like ClickBank, which people go and they search for what's hot and they promote. So if you get a big push on them on a Tuesday, that means usually through the following Sunday you'll get a lot of traffic. And I've had $100,000 days on ClickBank with this philosophy. And we've also launched on a Thursday and did well. So I don't know how much logic there is to that, but Tuesday seems to be the product launch day. But in terms of list building, you can build your list all day long. Now, some of the things that I've changed is I don't do any product launch promotions anymore. I got my own products. I don't launch them. I don't promote other people's product launches. I don't care about affiliate contests. I have won probably 20 of them between 2008 and 2014. But all it made me do is broadcast. I kept losing my autoresponder because I was dumping the same email on the market as everyone else. So I learned the hard way. But for solo ads, what you're trying to do is build a list that you can market to anytime you want. And I don't even do that. We set it all up in autoresponders. Somebody's got a new product, I'll throw their email in my autoresponder. We'll go out to people who haven't seen it yet, and then we'll get sequenced into wherever it falls. And I look at a product not so much as the hype and stuff as much as it serves the niche that I'm in. It takes care of my customers' needs. Selling a product just because it converts really high is great, and you can make a lot of money, but if that product is bullshit, you're going to get a lot of refunds, and it ain't going to matter. It's just going to make you look stupid to your list. So I usually look at a product, make sure it's high quality, make sure it's not something that gets a lot of refunds, and I plug it into my sequence and just let it click away. And that's what I recommend you do too. If your list building is, leave your ego to the side. Don't worry about winning JV contests. I've seen the big boards and people beating their chests and stuff like that. Honestly, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good. It does do you good to plug that into your sequence. And like I said before, I get orders 90 days into my email sequence to be the guy's first time he buys from me. And he obviously opens or he'd been purged after 30 days. But the point of the matter is, there's not a lot of differences between sending out buying solo ads to go out on Monday or Sunday, honestly, because if they respond and they opt into your list, that's what the point of a solo ad is. Solo ads are not really designed to make money on the front end. It's to build a list so you make money throughout the sequence of that list member being in your autoresponder account. Okay, so order the solo ads when you want. During the week tends to be better. Our system, we schedule when people open and click emails, and our system just kind of triggers. And we use a little bit of a different type of thing because we own our own autoresponder company. It won't start spooling out, or what we call pulses, of emails until we have enough demand for clicks where it sends a pulse out. And then it keeps track of what's going on in terms of open clicks versus our demand for that day. And if we're getting good response, we might send out another pulse. And we might send up to 6 pulses in a day. Boom, 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 based on the demand and when people are likely to open their emails. In the afternoons and evenings, very little open rate. Now, why don't we send them out now and then they open them tonight at 5 p.m.? Yeah, because it gets stacked in there amongst all the other emails, and it's less likely to get responded to. You get more response when the email's at the top of the inbox. So we try to time our emails so they come in at the same time that they typically are reading and responding to emails. You can only do that so much, and you get to the point where you're like, oh, well, I'm guessing. So the other thing I want to talk about is, actually, I'll do another email here in a minute, because people buying no mobile or desktop only traffic, it's kind of a joke, but obviously we offer it. It costs us money, a lot more money to send a no mobile email than it does to send them, just everything. But I don't know if they get any better response. So my advice to you is to work the weekdays and take the weekends off, because that's primarily what list members do. Now, the guys that work weekends on their computers, they tend to be more hardcore and more committed. Some people are saying I get fewer clicks on the weekends, but I get more sales. The point of a solo ad is not to get sales. The point of a solo ad is to build a list so that you can get sales based on your email sequence. Keep that in mind. You're list building. You are building an asset. You're not trying to get instant satisfaction. So solo ads need to be looked at as building an asset, and then really what you have is a source of traffic. Your job then is to find out what that source of traffic is interested in. Instead of trying to make money off of everybody, I monetize my traffic based on what they want. And that's where doing the segmentation that we teach in Bulletproof Female Solution works out so well. We don't deliver them traffic they're not interested in. We just deliver them the traffic they're interested in at the time that they're interested in opening emails. Nobody else says that I know of. If they are, they're not using my system, because everything we've done, we've custom programmed. So when you're doing your solo ads, Monday through Friday, probably the best period of time. Look at it as a list building system. Make sure you get the leads, so you're not buying a solo ad to build a product owner's list. So if you're like sending it to someone else's autoresponder sequence and you don't have the benefit of being able to email that guy again, you're just making a huge mistake, because you're not doing anything for you. You're doing it for the product owner. And they're thanking you very much, because they're turning around and selling those leads off, either through a number of different mechanisms. They're either co-registering them, or selling the data, or monetizing that traffic as well. So I'm going to do another video to talk about the difference between mobile and no mobile traffic. You guys have a great day.